If you want to delve deeper into the topic of Japanese fishermen catching seafood at sea, we can look at different aspects such as history, culture, fishing techniques, current challenges, and impact on the environment. I will start by writing a few detailed paragraphs, and then we can expand from there. Japan is an island nation with a long coastline and a rich maritime tradition. Fishermen have been present in Japanese culture for thousands of years, and fishing has always played an important role in daily life. The first fishermen in Japan lived mainly by fishing near the shore, using primitive tools such as nets and spears. Over time, fishing technology has developed, but the basic principles of respecting the sea and natural resources have remained. Japanese fishermen are not only exploiters of marine resources, but also protectors and respecters of the sea. Many traditional rituals and customs have developed to pay respect to the gods of the sea, praying for safe voyages and bountiful harvests. Festivals such as Umi no Hai, Sea Day, and Shiofumi Matsuri, Sea Water Festival, are still held every year, demonstrating the close connection between the Japanese and the sea. Japanese fishermen use a variety of techniques to catch seafood, from traditional methods to modern technology. One of the most popular techniques is ikejime, a method of killing fish quickly to keep the meat fresh. This is an art that requires skill and precision, preserving the natural flavor of the fish, which is important in Japanese cuisine. Another method is arma, a tradition of Japanese women catching abalone that has been practiced for thousands of years. Arma often dive deep into the sea without any breathing equipment, using only a small knife to harvest abalone, pearls and other animals. This tradition, although gradually fading, is still an important part of local culture in some coastal areas of Japan. In recent years, Japanese fishing boats have been equipped with modern technology such as GPS, radar and sonar devices to search for schools of fish. These improvements have increased fishing productivity but also raised issues of overfishing and environmental protection. Japan's fishing industry is currently facing many challenges. One of the biggest challenges is the decline of fish species due to overfishing. While Japanese fishermen have been conscious of protecting marine resources, pressure from global market demand and population growth has put many fish species at risk. Climate change is also a serious problem. Warming oceans and changing ocean currents have altered the habitats of many fish species, causing them to move away from traditional Japanese waters. This has not only affected catches but also created challenges for marine resource management. In addition, Japan's fishing industry is facing a demographic problem. An aging population and a decline in young people entering the industry have reduced the number of fishermen. Small coastal fishing villages, once the hub of fishing activity, are becoming deserted. Fishing can have negative environmental impacts if not carefully managed. Overfishing and the use of unsustainable fishing methods such as bottom trawling can damage marine ecosystems. Japan has recognized this and has taken a number of measures to protect the marine environment, including establishing marine protected areas, restricting the exploitation of certain fish species, and promoting sustainable fishing. A typical example is the protection of bluefin tuna, one of the most valuable but also critically endangered fish species. Japan, one of the world's largest consumers of bluefin tuna, has faced international and domestic pressure to reduce catches and protect the species. These efforts have yielded some positive results, but stronger measures are still needed to ensure long-term sustainability. The Japanese fishing industry has not only relied on traditional methods but also applied advanced technologies to improve efficiency and protect marine resources. One of the most significant advances is the use of global positioning systems, GPS, and radar, which help fishermen accurately locate schools of fish. Sonar technology, which allows detection of fish underwater using sound waves, is also there. Ng plays an important role in optimizing the fishing process. However, the development of technology is not limited to improving the fishing process. Japan is also investing heavily in research and development in aquaculture, an area that is becoming increasingly important in the context of depleting wild fish stocks. Aquaculture helps to provide a stable source of seafood and reduce pressure on natural resources. A typical example is the farming of bluefin tuna, a valuable fish that is threatened by overfishing. Japan has successfully developed a process to cultivate bluefin tuna from eggs, an important breakthrough for the conservation of this fish in the future. In addition, the use of artificial intelligence, AI, and big data is also being tested in the fishing industry. These technologies can predict the most productive fishing areas based on historical data and current environmental factors, helping fishermen optimize their operations and minimize their impact on the environment. The fishing industry is an important part of the Japanese economy, contributing a large part to the GDP and providing employment to millions of people. Japan is known as one of the world's largest consumers of seafood, with seafood such as tuna, salmon, and squid being popular products both domestically and for export. Sushi and sashimi, two representative Japanese dishes, require fresh and diverse seafood ingredients, creating a large processing and distribution industry. This industry not only provides income for fishermen but also promotes related industries such as food processing, transportation, and export. Large fish markets such as Tsukiji, now Toyosu, in Tokyo are not only places of trade, but also symbols of Japan's maritime culture and economy. However, Japan's fishing industry is also affected by global economic factors such as oil price fluctuations, climate change, and trade tensions. Rising oil prices have increased operating costs for fishing vessels, while climate change has altered fish flows, forcing fishermen to travel farther and at greater expense to find resources. To address sustainability challenges, Japan has established a strict regulatory system to manage its fishing industry. The Japan Fisheries Agency plays a key role in managing and regulating fishing activities, from licensing fishing vessels to monitoring the implementation of catch regulations. Japan is also a member of many international organizations such as the International Commission for the Conservation of Atlantic Tunas, ICCAT, and the Western Central Pacific Fisheries Commission, WCPFC. Where it cooperates with other countries to protect fish species and ensure that marine resources are sustainably managed. A typical example of strict management is the regulation of bluefin tuna catches. Japan has imposed strict quotas to protect this species and prevent population decline. Strict controls include requiring fishing vessels to report their catches, using onboard monitoring equipment, and implementing measures to combat illegal fishing. The future of Japan's fishing industry depends on its ability to balance economic needs with environmental protection. With increasing awareness of environmental protection and sustainable fishing, Japan is turning to sustainable aquaculture and fishing methods. Aquaculture is one of the fastest growing sectors in Japan, with the farming of fish such as salmon, tuna, and tilapia. This industry not only helps reduce pressure on natural resources but also creates new economic opportunities. Advanced farming technologies, such as closed-loop farming systems and the use of natural feed, are being developed to ensure product quality and protect the environment. In addition, Japan is investing in research and development of new technologies to increase fishing efficiency and reduce environmental impacts. Research projects on marine renewable energy, such as the use of wind and wave power, are also being considered as part of a sustainable development strategy. Japan's fishing industry is an important part of the country's economy and culture, but it also faces serious challenges in terms of environmental protection and sustainability. With its long history, advanced technology, and strict management measures, Japan is working to protect marine resources and ensure that the industry can survive and thrive. In the future, exploitation and conservation are key to ensuring that the fishing industry can continue to contribute to the lives of millions of Japanese people, while protecting the marine environment for future generations. Advances in aquaculture, resource management, and research into new technologies are important factors in achieving this goal. Seafood is an integral part of Japanese culinary culture, with many dishes famous worldwide such as sushi, sashimi, tempura, and many types of grilled or boiled seafood. The Japanese have a special relationship with the sea, and this is reflected in the respect and meticulousness with which seafood is prepared. Sushi and sashimi, perhaps the two most famous dishes, require seafood to be fresh and prepared immediately after being caught. The Japanese believe that the freshness and original flavor of seafood must be preserved in order to enjoy the best taste of the sea. This has spurred the development of large fish markets such as Tsukiji. Where buyers and sellers understand the importance of maintaining product quality. In addition, many traditional Japanese dishes reflect the use of all parts of fish and seafood to avoid waste, such as narezushi, a type of fermented fish sushi, or miso shiru, a type of miso soup made with fish bones and heads to create a rich flavor. This not only shows culinary creativity but also demonstrates a way of life that respects natural resources. Japan's coastal fishing villages are not only home to fishermen, but also unique cultural communities. Each fishing village has its own customs, traditions and festivals, often linked to the sea and fishing. For centuries, fishing villages such as Kashimoto in Wakayama or Wajima in the Noto Peninsula have maintained a traditional way of life, with ancient wooden houses, small fishing boats, and religious ceremonies linked to the sea. Fishermen often live with their families in these villages, passing on their fishing skills from generation to generation. However, with modernization and urbanization, many traditional fishing villages are facing a decline in population as young people migrate to big cities in search of better job opportunities. This puts at risk the loss of valuable traditions and knowledge about fishing and marine culture. The Japanese government and non-governmental organizations have begun implementing programs to preserve and revitalize fishing villages, such as promoting cultural tourism and providing economic support to fishermen. Japan is famous not only for its common fish, but also for its many rare seafood specialties such as fugu pufferfish, kanamiso crab, and kaki oysters. These seafoods are not only known for their unique flavors but also require special processing skills to ensure safety and preserve their culinary value. Fugu, a type of pufferfish that contains the extremely dangerous toxin tetrodotoxin, is one of the most famous specialties and also a symbol of Japanese cuisine. Only specially licensed chefs are allowed to prepare fugu, and the preparation process requires extreme precision to completely remove the toxins while retaining the delicate flavor of the fish. In addition, kanamiso crab, Japanese sea crab, and kaki oysters are also typical Japanese dishes, loved by locals and tourists. These dishes are often served in coastal seafood restaurants, where customers can enjoy the fresh taste of freshly caught seafood. As mentioned, one of the biggest challenges facing the Japanese fishing industry is overfishing. Many valuable fish species such as bluefin tuna have been severely depleted due to pressure from international markets and uncontrolled fishing. Japan has been taking many measures to prevent this. including establishing marine protected areas, imposing catch quotas, and promoting alternative aquaculture methods. However, implementing these measures is sometimes difficult due to economic pressures and high demand from both domestic and foreign markets. In addition, Japan is working with international organizations and other countries to protect global marine resources. For example, the country has participated in international efforts to protect bluefin tuna and other fish species by reducing catches and promoting sustainable farming methods. Women play an important role in Japan's fishing industry, from assisting in fishing activities to seafood processing and distribution. A special example is the ama, traditional female divers who harvest abalone, sea urchins, and other seafood. The ama profession has existed for thousands of years and is an integral part of Japanese coastal culture. Ama often dive without any breathing equipment. Using only a small knife and a net, they can dive dozens of meters deep into the sea to harvest seafood. This profession requires good health, endurance, and excellent diving skills. Although the ama profession is gradually declining due to modernization and climate change, these women remain a symbol of resilience and connection to the sea. In recent years, sustainable fishing has become an important topic in the Japanese fishing industry. New initiatives are being implemented to ensure that marine resources are not only exploited, but also preserved for future generations. One prominent initiative is the development of sustainable aquaculture methods. Japan has invested in recirculating aquaculture technology, where seawater is filtered and reused in the fish farming process, helping to minimize environmental impact. In addition, Japanese scientists are also researching new farming methods that use natural food and minimize the use of antibiotics. In addition, Japan is promoting education and awareness programs to protect the marine environment. Campaigns such as Blue Seafood encourage consumers to choose sustainably caught seafood products,